In this lesson, let's add yet another technique to our hand play toolbox which will often serve to achieve missing tricks. This technique is called promotion. Take a look at this example. South is the declarer in a 3-note trump contract, meaning he will need to win at least 9 tricks in a no-trump game. West leads with the Jack of Hearts, and dummy in North displays his cards. The declarer, of course, starts by counting his sure tricks. He has 1 trick in spades with the ace of spades. In the heart suit, even though the declarer has the ace, king, and queen, we note that both South and North have only 2 cards, a doubleton, so it follows that South can't win more than 2 tricks. In the diamond suit, he is missing the ace, so for now, there's no trick to be had there. In the club suit, the declarer has 2 tricks, as he holds the ace and the king of clubs. As things stand, the declarer has a total of 5 sure tricks, so he is missing 4 tricks to make the contract, which appears to be a pretty bleak situation. But don't despair, let's think creatively. The declarer needs to find a suit with the potential to generate tricks. It's obvious that we cannot look at the spade or heart suits for our salvation. In the club suit, we have already counted 2 tricks, and even if the declarer wins all the possible tricks in this suit, he only stands to win 3 additional tricks, and not the 4 that he needs. So it appears that the focus is now on the diamond suit as the best candidate to deliver the goods. First of all, the declarer has 5 cards in the suit, among them all the honor cards except for the ace. Indeed, a pretty suit. All that is required now is for the declarer to force the opponents to win a trick with their ace of diamonds. Yes, you heard right. The declarer will voluntarily concede a trick to the opponent's ace of diamonds, as sometimes you have to give in order to get. Take note that after the ace is played, the remaining honor cards in the declarer's hands are now high cards. Cool, and certainly worth the tactic. The big question is whether this maneuver will suffice to achieve the 4 missing tricks in the suit. Well, this depends on yet another factor, and that is the distribution of the missing cards in the opponent's hands. We have already learnt that when the declarer is missing 5 cards in a suit, there is a 68% chance that the cards are distributed 3-2 in the opponent's hands. If this is the case, and if the declarer plays correctly, he could win all 4 missing tricks. Let's see how. First of all, the declarer needs to gain control of the game, and he chooses to do so by winning the trick with the Queen of Hearts. Immediately after gaining control of the game, the declarer needs to focus on achieving the missing tricks. So he needs to play a card from the diamond suit in order to force the opponents to win the trick with their ace of diamonds. The question being, which of the cards in diamonds should he play? Should he play a small card or a high card? We note that the declarer is not only missing the ace of diamonds, but also 8, 9, and 10 of diamonds. If the declarer chooses to play a small card, the opponents will definitely win a cheap trick with one of the other small cards they are holding. In addition, they will win yet another trick later on with the ace of diamonds. So in this scenario, the declarer stands to win only 3 tricks at most, but not the missing 4 required. It follows, therefore, that he must play a high card. We note that the declarer has a sequence with the honor cards in diamonds. The cards in this sequence are of equal importance throughout the game, so it appears that it doesn't really matter which of the cards the declarer chooses to play. Whether he plays the king, queen, or jack, the opponents will have to play the ace in order to win the trick. The declarer decides to play the king. West follows suit, and East wins with the ace. Wonderful! Now the queen and the jack are high cards, and the declarer is assured to win 2 more tricks. He has not forgotten to count the cards played by the opponents. They had 5 cards, and 2 have already been played, leaving the other 3 still in their hands. If the 3 diamond cards remaining in the opponent's hands are distributed 2-1, then 2 rounds in diamonds will suffice in order to extract all of them, and then the declarer will win 2 additional tricks. Let's see how. East, who won with the ace of diamonds, continues to attack the heart suit, which his partner led in the first round. The declarer wins again, this time with the ace, and plays the queen of diamonds, which wins the trick. Note that the 2 opponents followed suit in this round as well, meaning that one of them still holds the remaining card. The declarer plays the jack of diamonds. West does not follow suit, and lo and behold, East plays the last card in his hand. Excellent! Now that there are no more diamonds in the opponent's hands, the small cards in the declarer's hands have become high cards, and he can play them without fear in order to win 2 additional tricks. So far, the declarer has won 6 tricks, 2 in hearts and 4 in diamonds. In order to make the contract, all he needs to do now is to cash another 3 tricks with his ace of spades and the ace and king of clubs. Using the promotion technique, the declarer succeeded in extracting the ace of diamonds from the opponent's hand, and in so doing promoted the honor cards in his hand. In addition, the friendly distribution of the 5 missing cards made it possible for the declarer to extract all the opponent's cards in just 3 rounds, after which he was able to win 2 additional tricks with the remaining diamonds in his hand. In the end, the declarer succeeded in his mission to win 4 tricks in diamonds, which, if you recall, at the beginning of the game he was unable to count even 1 trick in the suit, and it seemed quite impossible to imagine such a scenario. So when we hold a suit with all the honor cards except for the ace, we will deploy the promotion technique, meaning we will force the opponents to win a trick with the ace, and in so doing promote the honor cards in our hand. But what happens when the opponents are in no hurry to play the ace? Can this change things? Let's see. We'll recall that in the first round, West led with the jack of hearts, and the declarer took control of the game by winning with the queen of hearts. Then he played the king of diamonds. However, this time the opponents held up their ace and allowed the king to win the trick. Does this matter to the declarer? No. Eventually, the ace will have to be played, so all the declarer has to do is to continue to play in the same manner, meaning play his diamonds until the opponents are forced to play the ace. The declarer continues with the queen of diamonds, and again the opponents allow the queen to win the trick. All's well. After 2 rounds, the opponents who followed suit have 1 card left, the ace of diamonds. Now the declarer plays the 2 of diamonds, and finally East wins with his ace. It doesn't matter with which suit East will continue to play. The declarer will be able to halt the attack with his stoppers in all the suits, after which he can collect another 2 tricks with his last 2 diamonds, as well as all the sure tricks he counted at the outset, and in so doing make the contract. In the next lesson, we'll learn another technique with which to generate missing tricks. This technique is known as impasse or finesse. Something else to look forward to.